When I was a kid, I've shared with you before that I grew up in a divorced home. And so one weekend with my dad, I'd go to the Saugus swap meet. And the next weekend with my mom, I'd go to church. And I was probably 5 or 6 years old, and we were going to church, and we got into the church parking lot, and my mom kind of just had this sort of quick stop conversation with my sister and I. And she said, hey, I know you know that after church, we're going to go grocery shopping. And I just need you to know that money has been really tight for us. And so when we go to the grocery store, normally, you get to choose a treat or two for your lunch. So if you grew up in my era, it was like fruit roll-ups or Gushers or granola bars. Gushers. And so my mom kind of gives us this spiel that, we just don't have enough money. And so when we go to the store, we might be able to get one treat. And I was like, okay, so little kid brain. So we go to church, we sit through church, we jump in the car, we drive to the grocery store, we get to the grocery store, and like any good parent does, mom reminds us of the conversation, right? You remember your parents doing this? So she says, I just need you to know once again that we don't have a ton of money. And so when we go into the grocery store, you can only get maybe one treat just because things are really tight. Do you guys understand? My sister's like, yeah, I understand. And so me as a little 6-year-old, I reached into my pocket and I said, Mom, it's okay. We can afford things. I have $20. And she looks at me and goes, where did you get that? And I said, well, before church, you told us that we didn't have enough money. And when we were sitting in church, they passed by these buckets and there were wads of money in there. And I thought, no one's going to care if we just borrowed $20 to get groceries. And so we bought groceries with that $20 bill.